my, look at that, passing by, I declare, watch her come right up and talk to me. Step aside, let her pass, satisfied, ain't she class? Now I'll introduce her personally. Who's wonderful, who's marvelous, Miss Annabelle Lee. Who's kissable, who's lovable, Miss Annabelle Lee. Ain't she a pretty baby? What would you give? Escorting her, supporting her, don't forget that she's exclusive. Who's dignified, who's glorified, Miss Annabelle Lee. What makes them fall? She has it all. Just look and you see. You ain't telling me a thing, boy. I'm telling you. Who's wonderful? Who's marvelous? Miss Annabelle Lee. Talk about love appeal. Without a doubt, I mean real. Take nobody but that gal of mine. I won't brag. I won't boast. Pin a tag on the most adoring creature that you'll find. Wonderful, who's marvelous, Miss Annabelle Lee. Who's kissable, who's lovable, Miss Annabelle Lee. Oh, what a perfect beauty, I'll say she is. If you are wise, don't tantalize, or you'll have to see my lawyer. Knows everything, shows everything, Miss Annabelle Lee. That baby's warm, she's true to form, just letting you see. You ain't telling me a thing, boy, I'm telling you. Who's wonderful, who's marvelous, Miss Annabelle Lee.
dreams. Hold you in my dreams. Someone took you out of my arms. Still I feel the thrill of your charms. Lips that once were mine. Tender eyes that shine. They will light my way tonight. I'll see you in my dreams. I'll see you in my dreams. Every night I pray that you'll come back another day. Hold you in my dreams. Then I wake and on to find again that you were gone. Someone took you out of my arms. Still I feel the thrill of your charm. Lips that once were mine. Every night I think about and find you when I wake. Tender eyes that shine. Since you went away, there hasn't been a sunny day. Your eyes will light my way tonight. I'll see you in my dreams. Your eyes will light my way tonight. I'll see you in my dreams. I'll see you in my dreams. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
In tropical climes there are certain times of day when all the citizens retire to take their clothes off and perspire. It's one of those rules the greatest fools obey, because the sun is far too sultry and one must avoid its ultraviolet ray. The natives grieve when the white men leave their huts, because they're obviously, definitely nuts. Mad dogs and Englishmen go out in the midday sun. The Japanese don't care to, the Chinese wouldn't dare to. Hindus and Argentines sleep firmly from 12 to 1, but Englishmen deter stars, siesta. In the Philippines they have lovely screens to protect you from the glare. In the Malay states there are hats like plates which the Britishers won't wear. At 12 noon the natives swoon and no further work is done, but mad dogs and Englishmen go out in the midday sun. Such a surprise for the eastern eyes to see that though the English are effete, they're quite impervious to heat. When the white man rides, every native hides in glee, because the simple creatures hope he will impale his solar topee on a tree. It seems such a shame when the English claim the earth, that they give rise to such hilarity and mirth. Mad dogs and Englishmen go out in the midday sun. The toughest Burmese bandit can never understand it. In Rangoon, the heat of noon is just what the natives shun. They put their Scotch or rye down and lie down. In a jungle town where the sun beats down to the rage of man and beast, the English garb of the English Sab merely gets a bit more creased. In Bangkok, at 12 o'clock they foam at the mouth and run, but mad dogs and Englishmen go out in the midday sun. Mad dogs and Englishmen go out in the midday sun. The smallest Malay rabbit deplores this foolish habit. In Hong Kong, they strike a gong and fire off a noonday gun to reprimand each inmate who's in late. In the mangrove swamps by the python romps, there is peace from 12 to 2. Even caribous lie around and snooze, for there's nothing else to do. In Bengal, to move at all is seldom if ever done. But mad dogs and Englishmen go out in the midday, 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 out in the midday sun. What are you doing here?
I'm on my honeymoon.
Very interesting. So am I.
I hope you're enjoying it.
It hasn't started yet.
Neither is mine.
Are you happy?
Perfectly.
Good.
Are you?
Ecstatically.
What's she like?
Fair. Very pretty. Plays the piano beautifully.
Very comforting.
How's yours?
I'd rather not discuss it.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter. He'll probably come popping out in a minute and I shall see for myself.
Have you known her long?
About 4 months. We met on a house party in Norfolk.
Very flat, Norfolk.
There's no need to be unpleasant.
There was no reflection on her, unless of course she made it flatter.
Your voice takes on an acid quality every time you mention her.
I swear I'll never mention her again.
Good. Now I'll keep off yours.
Thank you.
Not at all. That orchestra seems to have a remarkably small repertoire.
Strange how potent sheet music is. Someday I'll find you, moonlight behind you, true to the dream I am dreaming. As I draw near you, you smile a little smile. For a little while we shall stand hand in hand. I'll leave you never, love you forever. All of my sorrow redeeming. Try to make it true. Say you need me too. Someday I'll find you again.
You always had a sweet voice, Amanda.
Thank you.
What exactly were you remembering at that moment?
Lots of things.
So was I.
What fools we were to ruin it all. What utter fools.
We were so ridiculously over in love.
And yet, here we are starting off with two quite different people. In love all over again, aren't we? Aren't we?
No,
Well,
we're not in love all over again, and you know it. Good night, Amanda.
well, you don't leave me. Listen, we won't talk about ourselves anymore. Talk about outside things, anything. Stay with me till I pull myself together.
Very well.
What have you been doing lately, during these last years?
I went round the world, you know, after...
Yes, of course I know. How was it?
The world?
Yes.
Very enjoyable.
China must be very interesting.
Very big, China.
And Japan?
Very small.
Did you eat shark's fins and take your shoes off and use chopsticks and everything?
Practically everything.
And India? The burning gauze or ghats or whatever they are, and the Taj Mahal. How was the Taj Mahal?
Unbelievable. A sort of dream.
That was the moonlight, I expect. Of course you saw it in the moonlight.
Yes. Moonlight can be cruelly deceptive.
And it didn't look like a biscuit box, did it? You know, I've always felt that it might.
Darling, I do love you so.
I do hope you met a sacred elephant. They're limped white, I believe, and very, very sweet.
I've never loved anybody else for an instant. And you love me too, don't you? There isn't any doubt about it anywhere, is there?
No. No doubt. Anywhere.
You're looking very lovely in this damned moonlight, Amanda. Your skin is clear and cool, and your eyes are shining. And you're growing lovelier and lovelier every second as I look at you. You don't hold any mystery for me, darling. Do you mind? There isn't a particle of you that I don't know, remember, and want.
I'm glad, my sweet.
More than any desire in the world. Deep down in my deepest heart, I want you back again. Please.
Don't say any more. You're making me cry so dreadfully.
Ich will vor dir mein Zielele, wo ihr naschen Zielele, nur vor dir streben, mein ganzes Leben. hab dich lieb, ich hab dich lieb. In die West in der Tierele, mein liebe schöne Tierele, nur vergnügen, wirst die dort kriegen, meidele schönke, meidele kleinke, weil ich hab dich lieb, ich hab dich lieb. Deine Backen, deine frisch, in Geschmack wie dicken Wein, dein Schmeckel, dein Kisch, kriegt das gleich in Herz rein. Oh, ich will dich schätzen, ob dem mein Wort ist gilt, weil ich hab dich lieb, ich hab dich lieb. Bis bei mir der Sieger steht und stehst du, bist das schönste Mädel auf der Welt. Wir sein bei Weibeln hier, dein Ballerbeisen, wir werden leben nur wie sie gefällt. Und keiner wird uns kämen, ist zu schäden, weil du bist mein einziger Bagell. Ich will von dir auf Bäuen gar nicht, in glücklich leben nur wie uns gefällt.
Tico, tico, tick, oh tico, tico, tock. This tico, tico, he's a cuckoo in my clock. And when he says cuckoo, he means it's time to woo. It's tico time for all the lovers in the block. I've got a heavy date, a tate at 8. So speak, oh tico, tell me, is it getting late? If I'm on time, cuckoo, but if I'm late, woo-woo. The one my heart has gone to Maine, I want to wait for just a birdie, and a birdie who goes nowhere. He knows of every lover's lane and how to go there. For in affairs of the heart, my Tico's terribly smart. He tells me gently, sentimentally at the start. Oh, oh, I hear my little Tico, Tico calling, because the time is right and shades of night are falling. I love that not so cuckoo, cuckoo in the clock. Tico, 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 tock. I've got a date at 8 hard to celebrate with my friend Tico, tico, tock. Just a birdie and a birdie who goes nowhere. He knows of every lover's lane and how to go there. For in affairs of the heart, my Tico's terribly smart. He tells me gently, sentimentally at the start. Oh, oh, I hear my little Tico, Tico calling to me. The time is right, the shades of night are falling. I love that not so cuckoo, cuckoo in the clock. Tico, 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 tock. Tico, 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 tico,